Hello, everyone. My name's Evil Spirit, and welcome back to the Vulture Culture Podcast, episode 13. It's crazy. We've been going on for so long already. And I am here with Sirsplaysalot and X-Men Roxy.
Did you say X-Men, Roxy?
Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
So, how are you two doing today?
Uh, Mostly fine. I say mostly because I only got like 2 hours worth of sleep last night due to me needing to catch up on schoolwork.
To be fair, last night was fucking horrible. I should have not played fucking Fantastic Four last night. That was a stupid idea. Uh, yeah, that was stupid. I should not have done that, but I did.
I mean, at least on the bright side, we made some great comedy from it with all our Star Wars voices.
Yeah, you all were talking about Star Wars while I was over here.
You should watch that video. Oh wait, I messed it up.
Hey, to be fair,
Watch that video. You should.
that video is not out yet. At least, I mean, I did announce that I was going to be returning to Throwaway
We're
Thursday.
recording it.
Yeah.
We're recording this.
Depends on when it comes out. It probably will come out sometime in June. This episode probably will come out like in May at some point. Anyways, speaking of Fantastic Four, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the X-Men. Hence the pun I made in the beginning.
Yeah.
And forgot
X-Men.
I forgot to do this last time, but I'll do it real quick. Like I didn't do it for Family Guy, but I'll do it for X-Men. X-Men is a 2000 American superhero film directed by Bryan Singer, from a screenplay by David Hayter, and a story by Singer and Tom DeSanto, based on the Marvel Comics superhero team of the same name, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, featuring an ensemble cast consisting of Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Haley Berry.
Sorry, for some reason when you said Patrick Stewart, I thought you said Patrick Warburton, and I was like, huh?
No. James Marsden.
Hey, Dave,
Yeah,
remember the
Family Guy
time Caroline forgot to read out the Family Guy description on the wiki page?
I mean, they were already connected with them being owned by Fox.
Yeah, that is true.
They're now owned by Disney.
Rebecca Rogime Stamos. Roman Stamos? I can't pronounce that, I apologize. Ray Park and Anna Paquin. The film depicts a world where an unknown proportion of people are mutants, possessing superhuman powers that made them distrusted by normal humans. It focuses on mutants Wolverine and Rogue as they are brought into a conflict between two groups with radically different approaches to bringing about the acceptance of mutant kind, Charles Xavier's X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants led by Magneto. So this was not really a long time coming. This was an episode I really wanted to do for a while, so I'm pretty excited about this one, if you can't tell, because there's a lot about X-Men. And with the fact that Doomsday's coming out at some point in like the next couple years, actually next year is going to be releasing. And with the fact that the X-Men cast are coming back, I thought it would be a good idea to come back to the small.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Watch Robert Downey Jr. get caught doing something bad, and they have to change the plan again.
God, what were you saying, sir?
I was going to ask. Wasn't James Marsden one of the cast members coming back?
The cast members who are coming back is Alan Cumming, Ian McKellen. I can't really remember the actor who played Mystique, but she's coming back. James Marsden, Patrick Stewart.
Get ready for the obligatory scene where James Marsden talks to Rocket Raccoon in the car.
Yeah, I was about to say there better be a scene of Cyclops and Rocket alone in the Guardian ship driving it.
They actually
has to be an ordinary ass car, like he's been typecast too.
It's actually weird because there's not really a whole lot known right now about about like the fact that they are coming back. Hugh Jackman was weirdly not part of the announcement. Like, he was not. It's unknown if he will be coming back or not. Like, it's still up in the air. But for the time being, we do know that there are certain cast members who will be returning to the world of Marvel, and I thought it would be a good idea to kind of go, hey, let's talk about X-Men. Roxy and Sirsplaysalot has never seen the original X-Men, so we're going to be starting there. But before we get into that, I think it would be a great idea to talk about what our first impressions was before getting into the film. Like, what did we think before getting into this? We'll start with Sirsplaysalot, and we'll go down to me, like we always do. Start us off.
Okay, I knew a little bit about this movie mainly because I watched the Nostalgia Critics review on it years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
As we all know, the most credible source of information about movies.
yeah, like when he called a song from Pink Floyd Oscar bait, that was really informative, even though that was not made for the movie.
This is...
Dude, Kick Assia is my favorite documentary.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course I knew who the X-Men were, just didn't. I don't know. I just wasn't that compelled to see the movies, but now I am, thanks to this and watching the first one for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I of course know a little bit about some of the other movies, but we'll save that for later.
Rise of Phoenix, or Dark Phoenix, not Rise of Phoenix.
Rise of the Sky.
Rise of the Phoenix.
Rise of the Donut Lord. He's returning.
Oh boy.
In the X-Men universe.
I am genuinely curious on what they'll do. Anyways, Roxy, unless you have anything else to say, sir, plays a lot.
No.
All right.
Roxy.
So my exposure to X-Men before watching this movie basically amounts to, I know I had heard mixed things about the series. I had at my grandparents' house one time. I knew they were watching an X-Men movie because they said it was X-Men, and there was a blue guy,
Beast,
who I now know is played by Stinky Pete. So that's interesting.
Was it okay? Wait, were they crawling around or were they furry? This is very important.
It was like a human but blue, and not Mystique. It was a guy.
Oh, that's Nightcrawler. Sorry,
You mean Beast?
Okay, I mean, there was definitely
Beast is the one with the
guy was definitely hairy though.
Oh, he was hairy.
Yeah,
okay.
Harry. That's Beast.
That's Beast. Okay, I thought for a minute because I have X2's box right next to me, and I was like,
what happens to a Nightcrawler when it gets struck by lightning?
Oh God, we'll talk about that later. But continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just wondering which blue guy. Sorry.
And then I saw when that X-Men show came out, and there was that part where it was like that supremacist guy who was like, don't be mad, other people have problems too. I remember seeing a post where somebody was like, yo, this guy's right, and I was like, you're a fucking Nazi, dude.
Bro, other people have problems too. Don't you remember when I lost my
other people have problems too. Other people have problems too. Like, I was really uncomfortable this one time when I saw someone with a piercing. So, like, you gotta feel bad for me.
Anyways,
God.
Continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting. Jesus. Sorry. Do you have anything else you want to say, Roxy, or was that it?
And then you were like, "Hey, X-Men we should." Well, okay, actually, the entire reason I'm actually doing this is because you said that we would do an episode on fucking Goodbye Volcano High if we did the entire X-Men series. So there you go, audience. That's the reason why this exists.
Hey, to be fair, I'm totally getting a lot out of this deal. So you know what? I'm fine with this. I get to talk about X-Men, so it's a win-win. Yes, and before anybody says, okay, so hold on, I guess I can explain my whole talk about how I got into X-Men real quick. Okay, so I watched the first X-Men when I was a kid because we owned it, and I watched that. Believe it or not, my parents had Punisher, and my parents said like they shown me Punisher when I was younger. Like they remember me watching it and thinking it was cool. It was one with John Travolta. He was one of the characters. Anyways, but X-Men, I really liked X-Men when I was a kid. And then, like, there was this whole thing that, like, Marvel was making something, and and it was Iron Man, and then later the entire MCU. But, like, I watched X-Men 1, and then, like, later on I watched 1, 2, and then I watched 3. And even as a kid, I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I'm done watching this. And I never looked back. Like, I think my dad showed me Logan, and, like, that was a really good movie. Watch Logan if you haven't. But first, watch the other X-Men. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just want to... Since we just mentioned Logan, I just want to say, when that movie was first coming out, I thought it looked cool. Not because I actually paid any attention to the trailers, but because one of my cousins is named Logan. So I was like, yo, it's like he's in a movie.
Oh, he has his own movie. Holy shit. But yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That is
Wow.
cool. But I watched, like, and then, like, when I was starting to watch the MCU a bit more, I decided to go back and kind of refined what made the X-Men so good. And, well, now I know that the X-Men is actually really fucking great. Like, I mean, yeah, there's problems. And
Well, for a second, I thought you were going to say it's really bad.
It's really fucking shitty.
I hate the X-Men. They're so bad.
They're so evil.
Magneto's right, guys.
But yeah, I watched it. I watched some people review the X-Men movies. I own, like, I know I own X1, X2, or I own X-Men, X2, Last Stand, Logan. I own actually the Blu-ray disc, which has the noir version in it, which I think is cool. Highly recommend.
Logan Noir?
Yeah, it's in black and white. Which,
What the fuck?
yeah, because it's honestly pretty good. I mean, it's Logan, so it's obviously going to be good, but it was... I think, like, why they made it like that was just an artistic thing, because it was, like, the last chapter, and he's older, whatever. But, yeah, I liked it. But, yeah, that's my exposure to the X-Men. My dad loved the X-Men. When the MCU was coming out, we watched all the way up till Civil War, but we'll talk about that when we...
What does your dad love you?
I hope so. Psst. What are you trying to say?
Because if he does, then he loves an X-Men.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
We're gonna run that joke into the ground by the end of this.
You're literally gonna burn the joke. It's gonna be crazy. But
The joke's gonna burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. Burn.
But yeah, we got a whole cavalcade of stuff to talk about because this is like, okay. Also, I watched Blade at one point. I can't remember when I was young, but like I remember rewatching it with you guys, and we were like, "Wow, this movie's great." We watched that in
which movie?
Blade.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Snipes. He didn't pay his taxes. That's a joke my coworker makes.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Part of my other exposure to X-Men before actually watching the movie was there's an episode of Rick and Morty where Hugh Jackman guest stars in his character and him playing himself. He doesn't like it when people refer to him as Wolverine.
I mean, Val.
And mate,
like, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I of course knew about the X-Men cartoon theme, and I knew them through Marvel vs. Capcom.
Very good game. I wish I was good at fighting games so I can actually enjoy it. Anyways, so the reason why I brought up Blade as well is because he made an appearance. Okay, should we just hold on? I want to explain to the audience what we constitute as the X-Men series. We mean everything that's X-Men, as in like the main series of the Fox universe. We're not going to talk about X-Men 97, even though I wouldn't mind to do an episode on X-Men 97 if you all don't mind. And
well, I mean, maybe if the series manages to hook me enough, you might not even have to make a deal for that.
Hell yeah. Do I have to make a deal for us to watch the 2005 Fantastic Four, or are we gonna do that?
No.
Or are we gonna do that? Then watch the 2000, then watch Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then eventually watch Fan Four Stick. Is that the plan? We're just gonna get to that point where we're gonna have to. That would be like the first time we all.
We're gonna watch every bad superhero movie ever.
We're gonna watch Catwoman. Jesus Christ.
When are we gonna do Adam West Batman?
Hey, that Batman ain't bad. That Batman's actually pretty good. At least in my opinion.
They may be
You
drinking.
know, my dad grew up with Adam West Batman.
I know my grandpa remembers watching it as a kid. Because it came out like...
So do you think Batman will ever be treated as a non-serious character ever again?
Lego Batman. Am I right?
Okay, but that like I guess
live action
non-Lego.
And live action.
So not necessarily live action, but I mean, if it's Lego, I feel like there's already a sense of it's not going to take itself seriously.
I guess if they ever did decide to do that, they could do well, Teen Titans Go does it. I mean, look, let's be honest. That fucking laugh, I hate it so much.
Teen Titans Go sucks. I'm very smart.
Hey, it does
well,
suck.
it's true.
It does suck. It's so dumb.
We're getting way off track
anyway, sorry.
already.
God. Yeah, because there's a lot to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna also talk. We all also agreed to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, so that'll be an episode way off in the distant future of I don't fucking know. That's gonna be crazy. Anyways, so I think the main thing about this.
Hey, you know what the good thing is? I'll be dead. I'll be dead before I have to review an MCU movie.
So will I. I'm not reviewing.
Oh no.
I'll just be dead. I don't even know what happens. It's not because of any specific person, but anyways, okay, so before we get even more off track, I think it's a good idea to talk about the plot of X-Men and what we all think of it. So basically, quick rundown of the plot for anybody, because this is going to be a spoilery review of X-Men. You guys had 25 years. You should have already watched it. But the main focal point is that, as I stated, like, the world is full of mutants, and we see a couple mutants, such as, like, Rogue and Wolverine. We see some mutants that just kind of have lame-ass powers that don't get any focus. But I think one of the best...
That would be me.
What was that?
My powers just haven't frozen.
In superhero movie, there's a joke where it's like, Wolverine's there, and the joke is like, oh, there's Wolverine, and like it shows him, he's like, you know him, but then there's also like the mutants that like when they sneeze they blow someone's fucking head off, and it shows them sneeze and this head's just completely gone. But sorry, we have really been getting off track. Okay, sorry. But yeah, X-Men's plot is basically like the mutants are discriminated against. So we see like.
Man, I wonder what it's based on.
Oh, I wonder. So,
I wonder who could have possibly inspired this.
I mean, you can ask. I don't know if Jack Kirby's actually still alive. Did he pass away?
For a second, I thought you were going to say you could ask Stanley.
Kirby's gone too.
He probably did.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I think he did though.
Yeah, he died in 1994.
That's really sad. May he rest in peace. But yeah, so what did you all think of the plot?
Pretty good.
Roxy?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. And, you know, once again, as somebody who would be within that sort of group, I thought that was really captivating.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto's the best character. I will not take any...
We'll talk about the characters.
Yes, he's the villain. I know he's the villain. I'm not saying he's the hero or anything, but he is the best character.
What was that? There's a scene in Spider-Man No Way Home where the fucking the gym teacher is going like, Mysterio was right. He's a murderer. It's like, just saying that, and I was like, I could just imagine Roxy would be like, Magneto's right. He shouldn't be going to jail for this. Anyways,
No, I totally sympathize with him, especially since he's a Holocaust survivor. But that doesn't mean he was right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely the most. I think you said it best. The most captivating, since like you can relate to him. But we'll get to Magneto and like the Brotherhood of Mutants later because I have a section for them. But for like the plot, I kind of like the back and forth between the like how different people go against the system. Like you obviously have the people who. Oh, you have something to say? Sorry.
No, I just said yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I just don't want to interrupt anybody if they had anything to say. But I like the fact that like we get to see these characters and see how they take the situation. Like Wolverine, he's obviously just more like, I don't fucking care what anybody thinks. I did a lot of things in my past, which yes, we will see later what he did. But I really like it. It's just a cool plot of because basically, the Brotherhood of Mutants and the X-Men obviously clash together, and I just also like that as well. But someone else, you could take the stage. If anybody does.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hang on, let me pull up my
and
review
then
on it.
there's also the senator guy who's just like the biggest piece of shit. And I said I already hate this guy.
Yeah, you.
And like and I was like, I hope he dies. And then Caroline, you're like, oh, well, about that.
Well, about that actually. He does not make it.
He gets turned into water. Unfortunately, we can't do that to real life awful people.
What are we talking about? Anyways, what were you gonna say, Sirsplaysalot? Sorry, I keep saying that.
Oh yeah, and like how they set up like Rogue's powers in this, and actually makes for a good like fake out death scene.
Mm-hmm. Where, I like the fact that like they show every mutant's ability. I think like the only one they don't show is Jean's, if I can remember correctly. Like Jean's just like because later on
They just say she's telepathic and
yeah, later on it did set up more. Sorry. Shall we talk about? Okay. Well, I mean, also
we're on the subject of characters, so
yeah, I guess we can move on and talk about everybody's favorite mutants.
Well, you already know mine. I think I've already made
Well,
that
we could
clear.
talk about him later because I separated the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants. So we'll talk about the X-Men first, since they are our main cast. I think they're cool, personally.
yeah, they're all really cool characters.
Yeah, I agree.
I almost
I'm
Especially
not
the
gonna lie.
Donut
First,
Lord.
oh, sorry.
Especially the Donut Lord. That guy's cool.
I was gonna be honest. I at a certain point before he actually spoke, I was thinking, is he ever gonna talk? I was like, is he just gonna be a silent character?
yeah, because at first he really just kind of set him up as like he's kind of distant, and then he's like, then he just out of nowhere is like, hey, it's like, oh yeah, you talk.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
James Marsden has vocal cords.
Oh my gosh. I I really wish that this movie, like, cause there are people who say it's like, it's okay, you know, but like, I really like how they portray Wolverine. Hugh Jackman does a good job playing as Wolverine. I think like everybody's like, yeah, no shit, it's Wolverine. But
Do you think they could have gotten a better person to play him? I don't really think so,
I
honestly.
don't think they could have.
many people say Henry
I,
Cavill.
I wanted to ask that question, and then I realized it sounded like I was underplaying his performance. So I was like, let me specify.
Yeah. There are people who say Henry Cavill. And they even make a joke of it in Deadpool and Wolverine. But I won't spoil the joke. But they do make a funny joke out of it. But no, I mean, Have you guys ever heard the story of how he got the role? Like,
No.
so he got the
I know they're like
oh, sorry.
sort of like
He was
I know
he was like,
the cast members were like mailed comics and specific episodes of the X-Men cartoon.
Hmm. When he got casted, I don't remember what was like the exact reason, but like I don't think they had his like things ready to go. So like he got to the airport and they're like, okay, well we're just gonna bring you over, but do not say why you're going here. And then they were like, hey, why are you coming through here? And he fucking immediately crumbled under pressure. He immediately, he's like, I'm playing Wolverine in this thing called the X-Men. And they're like, wait, what?
to be fair, I would also do that as well because I am afraid of the U.S. government.
But like, I think what makes it even better was just the fact that he was like, he told that story, and it's like, could you just imagine like scaring Hugh Jackman? Like, because Hugh Jackman's pretty, but like, okay, another thing that I hear a lot of people criticize about Hugh Jackman is his height. Hugh Jackman's
What's wrong with his height?
He's tall.
So?
Wolverine's short. That's the problem.
Oh.
So a lot of people weren't really happy with the fact that.
No problem. That sounds like an improvement.
Imagine if Danny DeVito played Wolverine.
A lot of people. What was the? I think that was one of the reasons. Like, hold on, let me look up how tall. Because like they also make a joke about that later on down the line. Okay, so in the comics, Wolverine is 5'3", and Hugh Jackman.
Okay. So I'm taller.
Yeah.
And how tall are you guys? Are you taller than him?
Yeah, I'm taller.
I'm like around like 6.5 feet tall.
I'm 5'10".
Oh my god.
But that technically means I'm 5'9". No, I'm kidding. I'm 5'10".
We actually show the it's a face reveal for the podcast, and it's just the three criminals from The Princess Bride.
Yeah, here we are, everybody. But yeah,
we are but lost circus performers.
But yeah, so I think the X-Men are cool. Like, I mean, we only brought up Hugh Jackman and James Marsden, but like, I think Storm gives a great performance. The actor who plays her. Sorry, I'm very fucked up today. Like I am every podcast.
The actors who play Storm would later play Catwoman, the Chosen 4 Catwoman movie.
I am so sorry.
At least she took it like a sport at the Razzies. She was like, I like to thank Warner Brothers for putting me in a piece of shit god-awful movie.
True. Can't blame her, though.
I'll send that clip later after we're done recording.
Valid. But...
Was she fired?
I don't know.
I bet she's blacklisted from Warner Brothers now, because how dare you disrespect our brand.
The incredible Warner Brothers brand.
The brand that, like, cancels everything for a fucking tax write-off. Anyways,
the day Warner Brothers blew up.
Blow up their own image. So yeah, like, other than that, Charles Xavier is a very... Oh, sorry.
I was about to say as a joke, but it's not Harry Potter, so we can't release it. And then I remembered, oh wait, they actually canceled the Harry Potter spin-off series. They did something right for once.
Holy shit, no way. Patrick Stewart...
I forgive you, Warner Brothers! Have my children!
I love you now. Charles Xavier is a very cool character. Obviously...
Rogue?
Huh?
Yeah, they made...
I also can't imagine... I don't think I can imagine him not being played by Patrick Stewart. I also can't imagine him getting his neck snapped by Wanda Maximoff. That'd be really stupid.
Yeah, could you imagine they ever did that? That'd be so dumb. Anyway, but yeah, I like the fact that they introduce Professor X, like just kind of like he's like not like it is like a big reveal of seeing Professor X, but like how they first show him off in the movie is like he goes up to Magneto and he's like, "Hey, things will change," and he's like, "No, it won't." Like he knows, like it's like he's not happy. Maybe I should go pat him on the back. Probably not. He's probably really not happy. Like, and also
That's actually every conversation in the Venton channel.
yeah, it's like maybe I should pat them on the back. I might get yelled at if I do that. But yeah, I really like Professor Xavier. He's an interesting character. Rogue, they really do focus really well on Rogue, and I'm really happy they do. Like, she's very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I like.
Yeah.
I think Rogue's cool.
Yeah.
I like it until the ending where she gets her like iconic white streak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to show
oh my god, they made a movie with a woman who has not naturally colored hair.
The liberals are back at it again. Sorry. But yeah, they did a good job presenting the X-Men. Like, they did a good job. Yes, they aren't wearing their costumes. And I get it.
Would you prefer yellow spandex?
That is kind of a funny line, especially with how X-Men 97 responds to it with, "What'd you expect? Black leather?" Like, I mean, they at least know it. Like, they know it's a joke. But, like, I mean, to be honest, like, there was that whole thing back in the 80s, or, like, back in the early 2000s, like, where they're like, "No, we gotta make, like, no color."
No, we're too cool for
Superheroes
that
are
kitty
serious.
shit. Look at how edgy and dark we are now.
If you want a good example of edgy fucking 90s bullshit, or not 90s, like fucking early 2000 movies with way too much leather, look at Daredevil with Ben Affleck. Like that,
Especially the director's cut. That one's hilarious.
the director.
I was gonna say Crash of the Titans, where Dr. Neocortex calls his niece a skank.
What? No way.
That's actually in the game.
Yeah, he's like, "You're a skank, but I'm so proud of you for that."
Brother. Come on. Oh my god.
What did they do to my boy Cortex?
Cortex, why you like this?
Not my goat! Not my goat!
Not my goat! Oh man, that's so dumb. But yeah, back to the X-Men. They're nicely cast too. Like, I mean, yeah, we already brought up Hugh Jackman, but everybody plays their character pretty well. Speaking of which, I think since we're talking,
I like James Marsden's performance where he's just like, "Yo,
what's up, everybody?
Yo,
it's me."
I'm the donut lord.
Did anybody?
You know, it tracks because he plays a character who wouldn't really be all that movement-wise active on the field.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, which is weird since he's also the Easter Bunny.
funny thing, Cyclops is supposed to be the team leader.
Actually, no. We have both Hugh Jackman and James Marsden as the Easter Bunnies at one point.
That's true.
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
Hugh Jackman was Easter Bunny in Rise of the Guardians.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
he fucking was. Oh my god, I haven't thought about that movie in a long ass time.
Nobody's thought of that movie in a long time.
I
Well,
mean,
except for my mom, that's her favorite DreamWorks movie.
Your mom's the only person who remembers that movie. I don't know if that's rude, but I feel it's true.
But I guess we should flip over to the other side of the spectrum and talk about the Brotherhood of Mutants, which includes Mystique, Sabretooth, Toad, and the one and only Magneto.
Yes!
So let's kind of start with the worst of the bunch.
Toad.
Toad and Sabretooth are who are basically just the jobbers who are just there to get beat up.
Although, to be fair, I can't take either of them seriously. Because, like, Sabretooth looks stupid as well. But, fucking Toad?
How did Toad manage to beat up Storm and Donut Lord? And Jean? Like, what?
Don't worry.
He's a fucking Toad!
In a later movie, he's able to defeat Wolverine.
Wait, he survives?
He survives getting struck by electricity, just like with everything else.
Or I seem to remember him getting fucking struck by lightning.
Sounds pretty frightening.
I just love the fact that Roxy's like, wait, he survives? He survives getting struck by lightning? Yeah,
Roxy, when she sees Toad, you should be dead!
It's like Trevor when he hears that Darth Maul is alive in the Clone Wars.
God. But yeah.
He's like, I seem to remember him getting chopped in half.
Literally, Toad beats Wolverine in a 1v1. I won't explain how.
Bullshit.
I'm not going to explain how.
He's a fucking Toad!
Like from Mario?
Why is he so overpowered?
Guess you have to wait to find out. Okay, so I find it so funny that Roxy got so mad. It's like, wait, he survived? I'm like,
I don't want to see him again.
Why not? He's cool.
He's stupid.
What are you talking about? It's Toad.
He's like a lame version of Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Except it seems.
How am I supposed to take him seriously as a villain?
He has a long tongue.
He has
a very long tongue.
He looks like somebody put on $5 Halloween makeup and then fucking attached moon shoes to their feet.
Did you hear the scene where I think someone when Sabretooth walked in and fucking he was like, got your ass handed to you? And he was like, Rah! Like, fuck off. You didn't think that was
fuck off?
Honestly, Sabretooth...
Also, sorry for all, like, 2 Toad fans out there.
To be fair, I think Sabretooth is better. Like, yeah, okay, Sabretooth looks a little goofy, but, like...
There's gonna be one person in the comments who's like, actually, Toad is the best X-Men character. You shouldn't be making fun of him. He's gonna come to your house and lick you all over the place.
Okay, well, since Roxy ain't gonna make the joke, okay, yeah, come do it. Anyways, Roxy, you weren't making the joke, so I had to steal it from you. So yeah, out of all the X-Men, or the Brotherhood of Mutants, I would say Toad is objectively the dumbest. But, like, I don't hate Toad.
I can't wait for the X-Men reboot to introduce a new mutant, and his name is, like, fucking...
Frog.
Radish.
Radish?
Radish?
What's Radish doing here?
You see, they call him Radish because he can tunnel underground.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Watch him also introduce a boar, and his catchphrase is, "Holy moly!"
Well, okay, what do you all think about Mystique?
Okay, yeah, no, she's pretty cool.
I like...
Yeah, she's really cool.
I like how she's...
dangerous, sexy.
True. I like how she sleeps with the senator. Just, normal day.
I am kind of wondering, though. What? How did she get into Xavier's school?
Guess we have to wait a little bit later to find out.
I mean, obviously Magneto helped him build it, so Magneto would know, and he'd be able to tell her like whatever secrets he knows. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know what those secrets are.
Guess we'll have to wait a little later to find out.
X-Men 2 X2 starts with Magneto going, Okay, Mystique, I need you to like walk into Xavier's school again, and it just cuts to Mystique walking into the school, not even in disguise.
I dare to say her power is really awesome. I mean, I always like this
Yeah,
whole
I
idea.
like that she. I like that she is blue because like that makes it so that the actual version of her you would never be able to mistake her for anybody else,
Yeah,
except maybe Kelsey Grammer, I guess, later on.
aka Beast. Yeah.
And I can't believe they put Mr. Beast in X-Men.
Mr. Beast. Anyways,
I mean, at least they predicted him being a villain, right?
uh,
Maybe. I don't actually
the,
know if he's a hero or
oh
a villain.
god, yeah, I can't wait till you watch
He's a
it.
hero.
No, no, don't. No, he's actually a villain. Don't spoil it. Whispered very.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
meant
you're good.
he's a camel.
He's a Campbell. He's a Campbell. He's a Campbell soup.
No, I said camel.
Is
Like
Bruce
animal.
Campbell
Campbell.
the hit actor who was in Sky High?
Yeah, that guy. I think. I don't know.
Hero! Sidekick!
Yeah. So I guess we shall talk about the big boss,
The big one.
Magneto.
Neato.
He's a character so cool they literally named an item after him in the Binding of Isaac.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
I never played Binding of Isaac. I need to though. Anyways, that's all.
Neither
You,
have I.
you want me to just give you Binding of Isaac footage for this
Also,
video?
you never played the X-Men
No.
arcade game by
No.
Noah's catchphase. X-Men, welcome to die.
I got
For some reason, I thought you said X-Men woke, and I was like, what?
that is. I think that is actually a video titled "X-Men is woke" or something like that.
X-Men have always been
X-Men,
woke.
more like the gay sex-men.
You got him. But yeah. Anyways, getting off track. Yeah, he is an amazing villain, and I love
I like that they got Gandalf to play him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's interesting. He stays around for a while too. Like he's in X2 and
Good, I don't
X3.
want him to leave.
You get to see a younger version of himself. Granted, in a different.
Yeah, I see the opening of the movie.
Well, no, you get to see it again.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, X-Men First Class. They kind of show it off again. It's the very first.
Yeah, which was originally going to be a Magneto Origins movie before they scrapped the Origins series.
I wonder why. I guess we got to go watch that movie to find out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah, Magneto, really cool villain. You can be sympathetic towards him. He just wants a better world for mutants, but he is trying to go the opposite way.
It's a bit extreme with how he approaches it.
Exactly.
He does it in the way that just makes people hate you.
Yeah, it's like let's just eradicate every single X-Men. Or not X-Men. Let's eradicate every single person that isn't a mutant. Like that's.
It's like, let's turn them into us by turning them into water, I guess. Although he doesn't know about that.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that they like melt into gooey sludge.
Yep. And die.
It's a scene that totally fits with the Disney brand.
I'm still pissed.
Man, that scene is so Disney. It's so Disney brand coded, man.
Yeah, it's Disney brand coded. Oh my god. If we have anything else to say about the Brotherhood of Mutants overall, I have. If
No,
not,
both them and the X-Men are awesome.
yeah, good villains aside a few stinkers hidden in the diamond in the rough.
It's not even that they don't do their job as villains well. It's just that Toad is a fucking stupid idea to begin with.
But Toad is so funny. Toad is hilarious.
It's only Storm's line towards him that's funny.
Do you know what happens whenever fucking Toad, whenever a Toad hits or gets struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. That's one of the best.
It's so dumb.
But it's so.
I love that boss.
But it's so funny. That's what makes it.
Why would you say that?
Especially like that. Just says it. Just like same thing that happens to everything else. Bzzz, and he's like, oh! And he like gets flown. Also, doesn't
you get why I thought he died, right?
yeah no
Yeah.
yeah he gets fucking obliterated by lightning from Storm herself. That was personal. Like Jesus Christ. Like it wasn't that deep. But yeah, no, I get why everybody thought.
Maybe she just wanted to make sure he was dead because of how overpowered he is.
Yeah, they didn't want to. They didn't want to waste anything like that. They were like, oh well, we.
It's like the first Cortex boss in Crash 4 where you could tell he just really, really fucking wants to kill you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move away from the Brotherhood of Mutants and talk about the VFX and like the music too. We can kind of incorporate.
Yeah, they still hold up.
Yeah.
Looks fine to me.
You all didn't think it was very weird, the fucking X-Men.
Okay, the water scene was really funny though.
Mm-hmm.
For the special effects.
Okay, can we be honest? The fucking when Wolverine's on the fucking what was it? The Statue of Liberty and just spins around and comes back up. That scene was fucking hilarious.
Spin.
He just flies right back like it's nothing. But yeah, I do think that the sound effects and the VFX, everything like that, does look good. I don't know if it holds up as well today. Obviously, when time passes, and graphical upgrades.
But like the part where the guy like puts his face through the bars, like looks fucking weird.
Yeah.
Also, which also reminded me of Catwoman, where she slips through the bars of the police station because she's a cat.
Yo, they got me with that one.
No, I mean, there's a movie called Wishmaster 2 where like a guy is talking to a djinn and he goes, "Wait, you're a genie? Make me go through these bars," and the guy just fucking crushes his body through the bars.
Oh my god! Kills a man. Guess it was worth it. It was kind of funny. I know we haven't really talked too much about the VFX and stuff, but do you want to move on to the action? I feel like the action will have way more to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the action's also great.
The action, they do a really good job of the action. Like,
Well, they did a great job with the scaling of it too. Like, it starts off with just a club fight with Wolverine, then a truck fight, all the way up to the climax with the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, like, and like their powers, like actually seeing their powers and stuff, like, and how like in tandem it works with everything else. Like, it was really cool. Like, they, again, I can keep singing this until the cows come home, but really good. Really good action scenes, really good choreography, if that's, yeah, I'm saying that right. Sometimes I question. But, yeah, the action's awesome. I think everybody's powers are cool, too, like how they were done. Wolverine's claws, seeing the people in pain whenever they get touched by Rogue. Like, it's all awesome. It is sad to know that, like,
yeah.
Like, Storm's powers, obviously. Those were cool. Like, oh, Magneto with the, with his magnetic powers. When he uses them on...
That's another highlight scene where Magneto uses magnetism to point the guns at everyone.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that I think it's really funny that like he seems to just be able to control all metal despite being named Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's a problem or anything. I just noticed it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be magnetic. It could literally just be anything. Like, that is funny to me.
To be fair, if you had that superpower, you would also go by Magneto. Let's be fair.
Yeah, I would also be like, yeah, I'm Magneto. You have a problem with that? Well, fuck you. I'm Magneto. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? What would...
Yeah, I can't wait for the conservative superhero Magneto.
Oh my
Or
god.
Magneto.
You made him
Whatever.
lame. Magneto.
No, because it's the which is the exact opposite of Magneto.
You could have been so cool. He would have been called Magneto. Magneto. I don't know.
His backstory is that he was also there during World War II, but he was the prison guard.
Oh no! He was the one bringing in the actual Magneto. Okay. I was also gonna bring up. Does anybody else find it a little weird that every time Sabretooth like has any interaction, it's always like a roar? Like I always thought that was a little
Yeah,
weird.
it's like that
Doesn't he
cartoon
normally
show.
talk?
He does.
It's like when
talk.
Pokemon trainers talk to their Pokemon.
Yeah, like they're like, "Oh, hey, little buddy," and then they're like, "Rah!" And it's like, "Oh, how beautiful!"
Yeah, he just turns into the Tasmanian devil. Like,
It's like, "Oh, good boy." Yeah,
Morty, I killed the versions of us that were in Space Jam.
I think it's
I'll
so.
never be able to erase myself from my brain. It's your problem now, dum-dums.
Uh,
Yeah,
Let me
because
do
that's
Rick
because
voice.
that's definitely the word
It's your
choice he
problem
would.
now, dum-dums.
Because that's
Right.
definitely the word choice he would have had.
I feel like it would have been better if he said suckers. Like, yeah, that probably wouldn't be what he would say, but at the very least, it would be kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I fucking hate Space Jam, too. Should clarify.
Also, for being the smartest man in the universe, he doesn't even know what a Tasmanian devil is. He just calls him a badger.
Yeah, it's almost like if they made, like, Reed Richards the smartest man in the world, like, literally reveal a very important
Almost,
key number.
almost like it's not the version of him in the actual show, and he wanted to die.
Oh my god. But okay, back to Fantastic Four. Jeez, we love getting off topic here at Vulture Culture Inc. Or sorry, Incorporated in the terms Roxy.
I don't know what's happening.
Vulture
in this
Culture Evil
episode.
Incorporated.
I was just gonna bring up like any of the other fight scenes and choreography that they pull here. Top 10 best fight scenes is Wolverine fighting Sabretooth on the tower. Best fight scene ever.
I think it's cool that he.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's cool that he literally cuts through the wall next to the people tied up.
Yeah? Anything else to bring up? I guess not. I guess we will finally move on to... Since, before we get into our rankings, I just want to ask, are you guys excited to see the other X-Men movies? Like, be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and by the other movies, I mean like the first sequel. You know.
I mean, there's other good
I mean,
ones.
I'm invested. I'm invested.
Hell yeah.
Don't know where the series falls off. Wait, no, you said it was the third one.
I mean,
I was about to say I don't know where the series falls off, and then I was like, wait, no, you literally told us.
Hey, no, I mean, don't worry. It's only for a little bit. Then the series gets back on its feet after that. But, we got a while until we get to, X3, because we have a whole nother movie, aka, probably what many people consider one of the best sequels, me, of all time.
Even in your favorite sequels list.
Yep.
Wink, wink, and nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge, go watch that video right now. I'm not putting any effort into that video. I'm literally just going to have gameplay over it because fuck you. Because also I don't want to, like, I will do that for our top 5 favorite shows list. I will edit that one. I'm just not editing this one. This is my free pass. And I'm going to just...
How are you going to get footage of the Gravity Falls DS game?
If we ever talk about... Oh, I have... It's Citra. That's how I can do it. Great job. You just spoiled one of your list, nerd. All right, so for the
Come on, that's the most It's probably the most predictable possible answer for somebody's favorite shows.
true, um, I guess do we have like so? Do you have any thoughts before watching any of these other X-Men movies?
Uh, I I hate that Toad is still alive.
I guess valid. Nobody can handle Toad like I can.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it.
Did you fuck Toad?
No.
Oh.
Why would I do that? You just think that. I didn't fuck Toad.
I've seen into your mind. I have Professor X's powers.
Jesus Christ, why do you have that? Get out of my head! 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 Alright, well, I guess we'll go down the order again one last time. And we'll ask Sirsplaysalot. Sirsplaysalot, final thoughts. Start with Sirsplaysalot, then go down. Go ahead.
Yeah, good action, good characters, great casting, kind of forgettable music. But hey, still a really good time. 7 out of 10.
Alright. Roxy.
You know what happens to it? You know what happens to a man when it gets struck by estrogen?
The same thing that happens to everything else.
Becomes an X-Man.
True. Alright. What would you rank it out of 10?
I give it a 10 out of 10 on Letterboxd.
But here on the
I can't exactly explain why. I thought it was really good though.
That is crazy.
Maybe it's because they killed the senator.
Maybe it's just vitriolic hatred for that stupid
Or maybe because you thought Toad was dead.
2 out of 10 now.
I give X2 a 0 out of 10 for bringing Toad back.
Hey, I didn't say which movie Toad came back in.
He comes back in X-Men Days of Future Toad. It's pretty obvious.
Oh, yeah. I remember that scene. I remember watching it.
I love the part where Toad shows up and he goes, "I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show.
This is my show."
I'm Jim Boston."
Oh. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what I rank this. I love X-Men. I don't think this is their best outing. It is one of their better ones, obviously. But if I had to rank this movie out of 10, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. And yes, I do rewatch this from time to time, believe it or not. Actually, I found a VHS tape of it. I didn't know that that there was a VHS tape, but I actually found one. The box art is literally the same one we are using in this thumbnail. Well,
I mean, I miss VHS.
me too.
Don't you remember the the DVD players?
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, the VHS was fascist. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
In regular show?
Yeah, in regular show, it was the Format Wars. It was
What a dumb series of episodes. I love them.
They're great. Okay. Well, I guess we shall talk about what will be the next. Oh, I just realized what the next episode's gonna be. All right.
Have an open mind.
Have an open mind. All right. Episode 14. Roxy picked. Whoa, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Hey.
Sirsplaysalot for episode 15, the one I will actually be putting effort into edit. Because I'm not doing.
Actually, may I ask you a question?
What's up?
Will you be using like gameplay for games related to the shows, or just like the do like a slideshow of screenshots.
Oh, for the best TV shows list, I'm going to do games that are relating to it. Now, if they don't have one, I'll put just random footage and say pretend this is the game or this is the show. Depending on which one, like let's say someone.
Well, you know what's funny? Somebody did tell me that apparently there's probably some fan-made thing, but apparently there's some fucking hell of a boss beat 'em up game.
Oh hell no! Thank God I asked the audience what they wanted to see instead, because the audience asked me to play Grand Theft Auto 5 for that episode. Our first episode.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
episode 15 is my new most excited episode. Our top 5 favorite TV shows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and now we can talk about episode 16. Mm-hmm.
Which one is that again?
Episode 15.
The experimental era of FNAF.
AKA,
Oh, yeah!
I'm going to actually probably eat a leopard.
AKA FNAF World, Sister Location, Pizzeria Sim, and Ultimate Custom Night, which I am my MacBook cannot run GamerJolt for some reason, so I can't play FNAF World, but
Thank God you're
I
lucky.
can play the other 3 on my phone.
I can't.
You're so lucky.
Sir, you can't play FNAF World. We're gonna have to kick you out. You can't participate.
No!
You can't be in this episode. Oh.
We're gonna have to kill you.
Oh, they disappeared. They left the VC. Oh.
Back.
Welcome back. I fucking hate the
He,
fact.
he always comes back.
Oh.
I always come back.
I'm so mad.
Going to find you, Michael.
I'm so mad.
Give you the
I
warmest
always
welcome
come.
imaginable.
Oh, why did I agree to do an episode on fucking Five Nights at Freddy's experimental era? Why? I should have just went, oh, let's not do that sequel yet, but I was so happy. I was like, oh, let's do it. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kinect. And then I flipped over my convertible.
Well, it's because you were really excited to get to talk about Security Breach afterward.
Because I still need to play a Security Breach. Ay, ay, ay. But episode 17 will be Monty Python. And the Holy
Another
Grail.
pick of mine.
Another pick of Sirsplaysalot.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
And I haven't picked. I get to pick episode 18.
Yeah. I was about to say, you haven't picked 18 yet.
I wonder if I should just say it, just blurt out a random one, but I don't want it to be like.
Well, it'll be surprised to me and Roxy, so.
It'll be here
Wait, what?
live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks. Anyways, I don't know if anybody gets that joke. It's a Bill O'Reilly bit. I don't see why not. The next episode of the podcast will be
Episode 18.
Oh yeah, episode 18. We're talking about X2, baby. Yeah. Woo! No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that so quick. I'm gonna give.
That would be awfully early.
What'd you say?
I said that'd be awfully early to do that.
I know. Now I'm kind of tempted to do it just to fuck up the entire thing, but nah, I'm not going to. Nah, I'll have you guys wait a little longer. I still need time to think about it. So you guys don't get to know
Okay.
it. You guys don't get to know until I get to it. Maybe I'll just randomly drop it and be like, "Yep, this is the next episode." And then episode 18 will be Stranger Things season 2. Whoop whoop.
19.
Oh yeah, 19, sorry. Episode 19 will be Stranger Things Season 2. We'll pick back up where we last left off. And I bet Sirsplaysalot is...
I'm also excited for that.
Yep. And then episode 20 will be Fictional Crushes.
Yeah.
Picked by Roxy. I know Roxy hasn't really had many episodes they picked, but they're picking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So just think about that. Think about the torture we're all going to be going through. Think about the children!
After we watch that movie, you're gonna let me pick every episode.
No, I'm not. I'm going to watch it and be like, this sucks. No. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I've only heard things. Maybe I'll go into it and be like, wow, Roxy, you actually picked a good movie. And then you're going to be like, yeah, so we're going to talk about Goodbye Volcano High and be like, yep, you ruined it. Like, that's what I feel like is going to happen. And I hope that you don't pick Volcano High anytime soon. But, because you could pick at any point now. Because we did the first X-Men. But it can't be like, we have a while to go through. Because, I mean, you could pick episode... Oh, no, you already picked episode 23. Okay. Oh, episode 25. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's all we have to say. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we call it?
Hottest X-Men, go.
Wolverine.
Or I guess just hottest character.
Wolverine.
Mystique.
You'll understand what I mean by Wolverine later, but the world ain't ready. Anyways, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast. This has been a great episode. As you can tell, I bet you all are going to be gearing up to hear about the X-Men later on. Yeah, X-Men fans, we stay winning. And okay.
Wowie, zowie.
Oh,
it's
hold on.
like...
Hold on, actually, no, wait, hold on. Breaking news. Hold on, wait. Guys, I know what episode 18 will be.
What?
Fantastic Four 2005. That will be the next episode! Yeah,
I was going to say, we missed...
What?
I was sorry, for some reason, even though it was 18 and not 17, for some reason I thought you were going to say Seinfeld to make fun of him for dating a 17-year-old.
Oh my gosh. Wes, we're going to talk about Fantastic Four next. So we're going to go from one superhero franchise to another, ladies and germs. See you all next week for that. Follow us on social media so you stay up to date. We do these live and premiered. Well, we're not live, but these two are normally in the live chat, so you can go and talk to them. And we'll see you all next week when we talk about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I almost said Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. See you all then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Volcano High.